So once when I will say happy birthday IIM Tiruchirappalli, you all will be join me saying happy birthday IIM Tiruchirappalli. So happy birthday IIM Tiruchirappalli.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. My very dear and respected Professor Rishikesh Krishnanji, Director of IIM Bangalore, our esteemed guest of honor, Shri Gopi Thangavelji, most welcome to you. My colleague, Professor Godwin, Professor Sarvanan, respected Mrs. Krishnan, thank you for coming here and being with us today on this momentous occasion. My faculty colleagues and all dear staff, dear all students, guests, ladies and gentlemen. So, Foundation Day is basically happy birthday, and birth has its own stages. Human birth also has its own stages. One is conceptual birth and other is biological birth. And in 2010 basically, not 2011, the conceptual birth of IIM Tiruchirappalli took place along with other 5 IIMs. So 6 IIMs got born at one go in 2010, became operational in 2011. We say that we began our journey since 2011, from 2011 onward. So we start counting from 2011 because that was the year in which we started our action. And of course, it is written here 14th Foundation Day, that's fine. If we count the first Foundation Day after completion of 1 year of the institution. But actually, if you count the first Foundation Day as the day on which Foundation was there, then actually technically it should be 15th Foundation Day. But anyway, I'm not trying to correct anything. But basically, we have completed 14 years. And the Factories Act 1948 says that if you have not completed 14 years, you are child. And once you have completed 14 years, you are adolescent. So, from the Factories Act 1948 angle, we are no more child, and we were never child. You see, I would like to paint very briefly a kind of chronological journey of any institution of IIM caliber. See, first 5 years of any new institution that goes into investing efforts for managing the flagship program somehow and getting the basic meager infrastructure. Otherwise, in the beginning, any IIM has started in other institution, hosted by other institution, and thanks to them. For example, IIT Kanpur started in HBTI, Harcourt Butler Technical Institute. IIT Kharagpur started in a jail, Italy jail. IIM Indore, where I served for long period, started in Women's Polytechnic. IIM Tiruchirappalli started in NIT Tiruchirappalli. IIM Sambalpur started in one private engineering college, and so on. So first 5 years, as you know, when a child is born, in the first 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 months, family members keep debating, "Ye mama jaisa lagta hai, nahi, fufa jaisa lagta hai." Why I'm saying so? Because shape of the face of the child in the beginning 5, 6, 8 months is not very clear. What is the exact contour and face of the child? Only after 1 or 2 years we say, "Oh, no, this child is more like mother or more like father or more like that maternal uncle." So first 5 years of an institution of IIM caliber basically has to put basic effort to safeguard for which the institution is known. And in that process, all the sister institutions, they chip in. This is the process. Any IIM newly opened, all sister institutions will chip in so that the standard of delivery of education does not fall down because one institution is new and is struggling. So we don't leave any institution struggling. And I have seen at least 4 or 5 institutions directly that how they have grown and how other sister institutions chipped in. And similarly, it happened with IIM Tiruchirappalli also. So first 5 years. Then next 5 years, basically, you start creating your basic infrastructure. Good classroom or state-of-the-art, let us say, facilities, library, e-library, all these things. The next 5 years, you start putting your efforts and searching for some kind of, let us say, identity. That phase which is going on now for the institution. From 10 years to 15 years, and that is a good thing, no? Struggle is bipolar in nature. One struggle is unproductive, you keep struggling for reaching nowhere. But without struggle, no gain. And no pain, no gain. Viktor Frankl said in 1943, there is no gain without any pain. So, pain is needed. And within 10 to 15 years, in which phase this institution is now going on, it is searching for, let us say, some special purpose, some meaning. Of course, we have ensured that the basic purpose for which the institution has been created, especially for knowledge dissemination and creation, that is well at place. But still, what is special about it, where you are heading towards, we are still searching. And there is no harm if we say we don't have still a clear picture in which special, let us say, area in which we will be known for. And in academic institution, we do not pressurize the system to be so fast. Hey, be fast and declare your shape. No, we don't do that. We allow it to happen. And this is the difference of heaven and hell when we say you have to do it, and when we say put your effort and allow it to happen. Because educational institution is like an orchard. We allow the bud to get converted to flower. We don't keep dictating the bud. Hey, you have to become flower of this shape exactly. कौन सा एक पंखुड़ी थोड़ा लंबा निकल जाएगा? We have to allow it to happen. We don't know, and that's why you'll find that at one phase, because I'm a student of human side of management, and when I was young lecturer, that time IIM Ahmedabad was known especially for OBHR area. Why stalwarts, 4, 5, 6 top stalwarts? They were by chance there only. But these all arrangements are not permanent. These stay for 15 years, 20 years, then some other institution starts developing in that area, or one institution having edge in one area starts losing edge, but still maintaining the quality. So, finance area, marketing area, operations area, even today, IIM Tiruchirappalli is known for all its areas, and let me tell you that wherever I go at least, and I don't know whether on my face they want to please me, but I always say, my friends, don't please me, please criticize me. And they say that IIM Tiruchirappalli is known for positivity, for positive vibes, for positive things, for doing anything that is taking things into right direction. So overall, we have earned some name, some fame, and some people say you are strong in this area, some people say you are strong in this area, 1 or 2, 3 areas, they keep counting, fine, but we still need to put more efforts to grow in those areas. And we also have to allow to other areas to actually grow and take its own shape and take its greater height and depth. So we are into that phase. And when an institution crosses 15 years of age, then basically it sets the pace that where it is heading towards. And some institutions, they become, let us say, moderately paced, some become fast paced. That depends. But let us see how in next 2, 3, 4 years IIM Tiruchirappalli takes shape. That is going to be very, very crucial, very critical. Because after 15 years or after 20 years maximum, after 18 years I will say, because 18 is also a critical stage. After 18 years, you can't say that I am still growing and searching for my direction. You can say up to 15 years, I am searching, we are searching, no harm. But at certain place, you have to say that we have grown into this area and allow it to happen and to grow. So this is the journey, typical journey of Management Institute, and the story of IIM Tiruchirappalli is almost parallel to what I was trying to place the picture and paint the picture for it. Now there are many stakeholders for this, and today is the time to say gratitude and big thanks to all the chairmen who have, one chairman who worked early, Mr. Damodaran. When I was faculty at IIM Indore, I first time met Mr. Damodaran, and I found that he was not only IAS, but he was a prolific speaker and a good thinker. And later on we came to know that he became chairman of IIM Tiruchirappalli. So personally, I was very happy because I had heard him sometime in 2007-8 in IIM Indore when I was faculty there. And then our second chairman, whose term is going on, and 3 directors. Of course, in between, Dr. Godwin was director in charge also. Thank you to you also, sir. You handed over charge to me. And sometime when I have to go out station, I hand over charge to him or some my other dean. Then I ask him how you are feeling when I am handing over your charge for 2, 3 days. Are you so happy? He says, no. Please come back quickly. Anyway, and let me tell you that This institution has grown into infrastructure, and we are still growing into that. And let me tell you a very, very quick picture and paint a picture of where we are heading towards. On infrastructure, we are planning in such a way that within next 2 years, we should have all those infrastructure, so that to 2030 at least, on basic infrastructure, no one should worry and bother. And we know that the students are living in twin sharing accommodation, but let me tell you, every institution has to pass through these stages, including Ahmedabad, IIM Bangalore, or presently IIM Mumbai, NITI, I was also faculty there. They had to pass through these stages. 1 or 2 or 3 batches have to do that kind of sacrifice, or faculty has to do that kind of sacrifice, or students have to do that kind of sacrifice. It is part of the journey, so bear with it. But once things will be ready, up to let us say 2030, we should not struggle. And what happens when you go to market, leaving your purse and mobile and forgetting your cash in home, and you are in the market with no purchasing power, your creativity gets dampened. Similarly, when infrastructure is not with an institution, proper infrastructure, creativity also gets dampened. So I was just saying to Professor Krishnan that infrastructure is a kind of hygiene factor. If it is not there, you feel the pinch. If it is there, so what? Because actual infrastructure in academic institution is that knowledge infrastructure, the subtle infrastructure, soft infrastructure, knowledge power, all these things which are softer. And it is said, softer is more powerful than harder. Yes, softer is more powerful than harder. And that's why manas is more powerful than physical body. Buddhi is more powerful than manas. Your Atman is more powerful than your buddhi. More subtler it is, more powerful it is. So that's why the journey is like creating hard infrastructure, let us say tangible infrastructure, software infrastructure, knowledge infrastructure, various things. And in this course of action, you find that many practices in our institution is at par with any institution in the country. So I think on behalf of all my students and all my colleagues, I can say to our 2 guests here that we are on right path and we are progressing, and in future certainly will be known for the things for which we should be known. And I'm not going to count what in last 5 years or 7 years we have created, but we have created many things. Now let me say that I'm very happy today that we received 2 guests. I know both of them personally. Professor Krishnan. Professor Krishnan, in those days, director used to be boss of faculty. So in those days, when I was professor of IIM Indore, he was my boss. He was director of IIM Indore. But I said in those days, directors used to be boss of faculty. And these days, no more. I don't go with that idea, okay? So, during his tenure, I say that IIM Indore brought the basic direction and stability. I remember it, he joined January 1, 2014, and 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, exactly, I think, sir, 31st December 2018, you gave the charge and you came to IIM Bangalore again at your current institution as a professor. So I have worked with Professor Krishnan, and he has a great institution building leadership orientation. And thank you that I think I was not agreeing to that, but when he said that you have to nurture IIM Sambalpur, I was reluctant. I said, please give charge to somebody else. I want to just read, write and think and see stars in the sky. But then he said, no, you have to do it. And then I did it. And I thank you, sir, that you said that you have to do it. Because then I could learn the art and science of nurturing an institution from scratch. And right from, let us say, getting registration done of IIM Sambalpur up to 2 days before the final first convocation, full 2 years. Perhaps with your permission I can say what is said in Bengali, that I had to do Chandi part theke juto silai purjanto. This Chandi part is the most auspicious thing, and Juta Silai means repairing the shoe, means from trivial job to most, let us say, escalated job you have to do. And he said, you have to take care of everything. So that was a good experience of nurturing a good institution. And let me tell you, the joy of how you feel delighted when at one point of time you are facing a pain. Because developing a new institution was is a pain, of course. I was professor at IIM Indore, and we had to nurture IIM Sambalpur, and I had to go to IIM Delhi for a ministry meeting. I had to go to Bhubaneswar for ministry meeting at on state level. Lot of let us say challenges were there. But when last year I went to Pan IIM conference to IIM Sambalpur, and I saw mesmerizing infrastructure. And whenever I see a new institution having good infrastructure, a little better than my infrastructure, I start feeling joyful. At least they are having good infrastructure. Because when that land was being acquired, I was member of that land acquiring identification committee, and we had a barren land. Generally, state government gives most unproductive barren land to IIMs. Let me tell you frankly. In IIM Udaipur, they did not give any land. They gave just one space between two mountains, two hills. But anyway, now you go to Udaipur, it is a beautiful campus. IIM Sambalpur, it was rocky campus, this land. But now you go and you will be delighted to see the campus. So, lot of experience I had with Professor Krishnan and Mr. Gopi. I'm happy to say that we have interacted, and he is also our alumni. Isn't it, Gopi? You are delighted to be an alumni of our place, and we are also delighted to have you again here, because you see, honoring alumni and looking alumni, watching alumni to have such a great progress is a matter of joy. And I have taken one course also that is called Bliss. Bliss. And I say that those who have not studied bliss will miss blissfulness. And bliss is behavioral learning and insights from Sanskrit scriptures. And Mr. Gopi had attended those sessions delivered by me in my class. Anyway, so on this occasion, dear students, especially to you, because you are going to be alumni of this institution, and alumni relationship is permanent. And dear students, grand congratulations for institution's birthday, completing 14 years. And dear all my colleagues here, faculty, staff and officers, and all ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you, greet you on this momentous occasion of completion of 14 years of the institution. Happy Foundation Day. Thank you very much.